Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready.
Go, just go!
The person in this video clearly watched one Ben Shapiro video a few years ago where Ben Shapiro debunks feminism and hasn't grown up since. This video is just disgusting. There are multiple studies that have gone into how many rapes or sexual assaults are actually false accusations. Some estimates put it as low as 2%, some as high as 6%, but it seems the average is about 4% are actually false accusations. That is incredibly low, and it doesn't even filter in the fact that 91% of rapes or sexual assaults go unreported. I do not, and probably will not, ever understand what it's like to be a victim of rape or sexual assault, but all I can say is that it must be an incredibly traumatic experience for those who are victims, and my full support and sympathy goes to them.
I do think it is very important to warn as many women as possible that some of the things that they could be doing on the internet could get them sexualized. So I've made a list of all the warnings that we should give out to stay true to this very gallant effort. Don't show that you're tall, we covered that one. But also don't show that you're short. Also don't show you're petite, but also don't show that you're large. Also don't crochet or draw or anything that's too handsy. Oh, and if you're making videos of you doing makeup, that's like a 2-for-1. Don't show too much hair, but also don't be in a hijab. Try to avoid cosplay at all costs. Also try to avoid being black. Try to avoid being Asian. Try to avoid looking exotic in any form. Definitely avoid eating. Really avoid doing sports, like any of them. Also avoid looking too cutesy or avoid looking like a child. Avoid being a child. Avoid being with child. I could keep going, but hopefully you got the point that you missed in the first video. There's no shortage of things women shouldn't do to avoid being sexualized by men. So why not just tell men to stop sexualizing women? The impact will be the same, I promise you.
Ditch this with the stupidest thing a man has ever mansplained to you.
Okay, so when I saw this, I had to do it because when I was pregnant, I found out that I had to have a C-section because it doesn't matter. And so I was telling someone that I was going to have a C-section, and the guy was like, ugh, why would you do that? Why would you want them to cut you open down there? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, don't they cut your vagina open? And I was like, no, that's not what a C-section is, sir.
I have a serious question for white people. Black people, this one isn't for you. You can scroll. I'll wait. I know you're still here. You're nosy as fuck. So take a seat and listen. White people. How come when a police officer murders an unarmed person in the street, there are some bad apples, but not all cops are bad? But when protests break out due to that injustice and riots and looting occurs by a small percentage of people, all protesters are thugs and criminals. You know how you're upset right now because good cops are being lumped in with the bad ones and we can't judge all of them based on the actions of a small percentage? How do you think black people feel?
Don't slut shame me. How about do not refer to me as a slut ever? Real men don't rape. Oh shit, must have been a ghost then. Consent is sexy. Lingerie is sexy. Consent is a basic human right.
Alright, man, y'all fucked up. You had an ally in me. I was definitely like an anti-feminist kind of female. I loved my gender role, and I still love my gender role, but this is less story. I see it now. I fucking see it now. For reasons I won't get into, I had to help one of my stores with a delivery to a football team last night. No biggie. I drove because I have the largest car for this delivery, and I went to the wrong gate. No big deal. So the very nice gate guard gave me a map and was telling me exactly where to go and the number of the gate I needed to go to, which was a half circle away from me. She was very capable and able to do her job. She even phoned ahead to let the gate know I was coming and to not give me any attitude. This woman's boss walked up, cut her off mid-sentence to tell me exactly how to go a half a circle to the other side of the stadium that I had already figured out because she had told me, and I didn't need his mansplaining ass giving me directions to go a half a circle. Oh shit balls, I was mad.
Oh really? You're going to explain to me what I'm really saying? Who the hell are you? Look around you. Read the room. Never said it. Look at my videos. Never once have I ever said this. I don't need you to mansplain what I really mean, because I know what I mean, because I speak the truth. If you're so concerned about it, why don't you go ahead and make your own video and tell us all how we should not apologize for that. Personally, if me apologizing for that would make the lives of BIPOC people easier and suddenly erase 400 years of systemic racism, then you're damn right I would do it. So in case you missed the message, let me explain something to you. You don't speak for me, nor will you ever. Now get off TikTok, because I think you have a cross burning to attend.
So when you gonna tell her the way.
Mano, isso é muito verdade. Parece que homem não pode ver uma mulher falando sobre dinheiro. Tipo, quer testar? Eu vou dar um experimento pra vocês. Façam e contem aqui. Chega num grupo e fala assim: sabia que eu sei porque a gente não pode imprimir mais dinheiro? E aí começa a explicar. Começa a explicar que um homem vai te interromper. Não importa se é um homem amigo, se é um homem desconstruído, se é qualquer coisa, o homem arco-íris, o alecrim dourado, eles não conseguem. Eles vão te explicar sobre economia, mesmo que você esteja explicando. Eles vão te interromper e explicar. Parece que é genética, sei lá, é possessão. Testa aí e vê.
Has you really been far, even as decided to use Even Go Want to look more like? Call 985-655-2500 inside the details for Go Further and even more decided to use. You can really be far as decided twice as much.
Trans people use this audio to show your favorite pictures of yourself, and other people will give you neopronouns. Pop, you don't support neopronouns, and when a person has he, they, or she, they as pronouns, you exclusively use their he, him.
Ditch this with the stupidest thing a man has ever mansplained to you.
How to put in and take out a garbage bag. And he tried to show me, and I said I didn't want to look, because I knew how, and he got mad.
Stitch this with the stupidest thing a man has ever mansplained to you. I'll go first.
Women's oppression, and how I wasn't there, so how would I know if it's a real thing?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know, I just don't think this is like right for me. I don't want to do it. I want to go home. Like, I can't take the pressure of it.
Oh, no.
How was you feeling, bro? Feeling like before, I feel fantastic. Which one would you be, though? Mr. Fantastic, because of money like elastic.
I overheard a woman saying that another woman was mansplaining to her. And I thought you had to be a man to mansplain something. And I looked up the definition, and that's technically correct. And so I was trying to figure out how I could explain to this woman, as a man, how that explanation of the woman couldn't be mansplained, because But as a man, I couldn't. It's hard. Because, I know I'm right. And I just have to keep it to myself.